Hello and welcome to the Academy of Modern Martial Arts and our step-by-step Tai Chi instruction. Today we're going to look at movement number 15, kick with left heel. As we already looked at kick with right heel at movement number 13, I think you'll find that the basics of movement number 15, kick with left heel, are rather familiar to you already. Like kick with right heel, kick with left heel affords us a wonderful opportunity to look at our balance and the weight shift as we go to standing on one leg and kicking out with the other. If you recall, we were in a bow stance, or what is essentially a diagonal lunge that is a little bit deeper than it is wide. And we had drawn our shoulders down our back, and we had just completed as if double punching the head. All we're going to really do with our hands is we're going to open our hands and bring our hands around in this circle like this, once again to as if we're reading this book. So very simply, from here, hands circle and rotate around. Now, while the hands are doing that, we're going to take a moment and focus on just the hips and the legs. From being centered or even prejudiced slightly toward the lead leg, we're going to move our hips backward toward that rear leg just enough to peel the right toes up. Once the right toes are up and our weight is predominantly over the left, we're going to rotate our hips to the left, and that's going to turn our right toes in as far as we can. Once we're there, we're going to push our weight back over that right leg, and we're going to empty the left leg, and we're going to draw that left knee upward using the abdomen. We're going to flex, and we're going to kick out with that heel. So once more, footwork only. From our bow stance or our long lunge, we're going to rock back, peel the toes, roll over, come on to the right, pick up the left, and kick outward. So let's take a look at that footwork from the side. Again, a big part of having success in being able to kick is ensuring that our weight is where we intend our weight to be. So we begin with our hips and our weight in about the middle, or if anything, that again, it's prejudiced perhaps a little bit more toward that lead leg. We're going to relax and sink. And again, we want to move backward from the hip. We don't want to lean and bring our weight over or change the angle of our upper body, but rather we still want that spine to be nice and erect, as if our spine itself and our vertebrae are a bunch of stacked plates, and we're moving from the bottommost plate. So as the hips come back, our stacked spine moves back as well over that left leg, allowing us to peel up the right toes. From here, as we begin the process of turning the right foot inward, or as we begin the process of turning the hips to the left, that's going to turn our right foot in alignment with our hips. So our hips are initially facing the right foot in the direction we were. We rock back, unweight the right, and again, as the hips turn, so does that right foot until it ends up coming square. And at that point, we begin the process of moving our hips over the right leg and coming out of the left leg. The left leg is empty. We're able to pull it up by the knee using that abdomen as a contraction to bring the knee up. From there, we're going to flex the heel and we're going to extend the heel outward for the kick. We will bend the foot back in and we will place the toe on the ground. Again, the hand gestures really couldn't be simpler. If we take them out of context without moving our body through space, we began with as if double punching the head. We're going to go ahead and relax the hands and open the fist up. As we do that, we're going to take care to keep those shoulders down, drawing our elbows down, turning our hands around, coming up as if reading a book. We're going to rotate our pinkies to the outside, or twisting through the forearms, and bringing the hands outward while drawing the shoulder blades toward the spine. And then from here, we're going to bring it back in with the folding of the knee. And that's where the similarity ends, and we begin to prepare for the next movement. And there's going to be this little circle of motion that happens. The right hand is going to relax and turn into holding the crane's beak with all four of the fingers touching the thumb. And while the right hand does that, the left hand is going to sort of chase it over there and end pointing at that crane's beak in preparation for our next movement. Now, while that's happening, we're going to coordinate the efforts of our arms. Remember, our palms are outward. We're going to open up the hands, and we're going to rock back, rotate, move over the right leg, and as if we're picking up that left knee with our hands, we're then going to rotate the palms back outward as we throw the kick with the heel. Again, our left hand is in alignment with that left leg. Our right hand is balanced to the same degree. We're going to fold back in at the knee. We're going to relax, and we're going, as the knee comes in, the hands come in as well, and we're going to place that toe on the ground, and we're going to form a crane's beak, and our left hand is going to be pointed at that right crane's beak. From the side. So again, we're here, as if double punching the head. We're going to open up the hands and begin that process of moving backward as the hands open and they drop. And again, our hands are essentially staying in front of us, but as our torso is turning, so too then does our hands. We move over the right leg. Our hands continue upward, picking up that left. We rotate the palms outward for the kick, the left hand in alignment with the left leg. We pull it back in, and as we begin to set that foot down, our hands are going to move, and the right hand moves into the crane's beak, and the left hand begins pointing at the right crane's beak. All of this is in preparation for our next movement, low single whip, or blue dragon waves its tail, or snake creeps down the mountain. Finally, one last time, let's take a look at kick with left heel while paying attention to that notion of spherical balance or being centered. So we're here and as if double punching the head, and while the arms have raised up, the shoulders have drawn down. While the tailbone is dropping, the front of the pelvis is lifting. So we're lifting in the front while dropping down in the back. We're going to not only move backward toward our left leg and left toward our left leg, but we're also going to sink toward that left leg as we rock back, peeling the right toes up. From here, the body is together, it rotates, and we're just gonna twist. Again, we keep the front of that abdomen activated, we keep our shoulder blades dropped down, we turn inward and move over that right leg. From here, we're going to pull everything up in front while taking care to drop down the back and relax through the tailbone. The spine is nice and tall, the shoulders are down, the crown of the head is still reaching toward the ceiling. We extend that left heel out, pulling the right toes back. We pull it all back into the center, and we relax and sink into place while remaining lifted through the front of that sternum and dropping the shoulders down the back. So let's go ahead and put the two kicks in context of the form with as if double punching the head as the bookmark in the middle. So we began with high pat the horse. We moved over to the left leg, and we began that process of moving the hips entirely over the left leg, drawing the right arms up, pulling the right knee upward, flexing at the heel, kicking outward, bringing it back in, setting it down for as if double punching the head. From here, we open the hands and we rock back, and we begin to see that same symmetry, drawing those hands, using the drawing of the hands to pick up the leg, the rotation of the hands and the leg, the extension as we prepare for what will be low single whip. Once again, thank you for joining us for our step-by-step Tai Chi instruction. We hope that you not only enjoyed your time with us, but you found something valuable in the training as well. Until we see you next time, take care.